Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to cut layers onto your own hair. I know that there's some people who are still hesitant to see their stylists and salons open up, so that's why I decided to make another hair cutting video, and this one was the most requested. So today you're going to need a spray bottle, comb, some hair clips, and a pair of cutting shears. Like I said in my previous videos, try to get your hands on a pair of proper cutting shears because they'll give you more control and they'll avoid giving you frayed ends. But if you can't get your hands on, a pair, then grab the sharpest scissors you have in your house. Okay, I just got my hair cut not too long ago, so I'm not going to take any length off my ends. As you can see, I have no layers in my hair because I usually just get my hair cut straight with some face straightening layers. But today I'm going to add some layers for you guys. So first you're going to wet your hair, make sure that it's evenly saturated. So once you've done that, you're going to part your hair into 4 sections. You're going to start from the front of your head and go all the way back down to your nape. And just make 2 sections. And for your next section, you're going to start with the highest point of your head. To find that, you can just place your comb at the top of your head, and where it lays flat, that's the highest point. So from there, you want to take a section down to right behind the ear, like that. And now we're going to create our first guide. And so we're going to take a 2-inch section from here to here, a very thin section, just like that. And we're going to cut our shortest layer, and this will act as a guide. So, I don't know if you can see, I'll do it back here. Just comb it up. And I'm gonna cut about a little over an inch for my shortest layer. I like to point cut because it gives a softer look, but if that's too hard, you can just cut across. So I'm gonna go ahead and just point cut across. And this is my guide. So that's my shortest layer, which is not too short because I don't want layers in my hair, but I just wanted to show you guys how to do it. Okay, so once you've done that, I found it easy to work on one side. So you can go ahead and split your hair down the middle, all the way down to the nape, and then clip one side so we can work on this side. So if your hair has dried, you can just re-wet it. Just make sure everything is evenly saturated so you'll get an even haircut. Okay, so depending on how thick your hair is, you might have to do more sections than I'm doing. My hair is quite fine, I don't have a lot of it, so I can probably do this in 2 sections. So at the top, and then just split it down into 2. Like that. And I'm gonna start with the back section. I found it easier to comb this kind of off to the side than pull it straight back and up, because my arms aren't long enough. So I'm gonna take all the hair here, make sure and grab everything and bring it off to the side, just like that. And try to find your guide. So that's my shortest piece here, and I'm going to connect it to the end. So go ahead and just point cut. Across, just like that. Try not to let go of the piece you just cut, and grab the rest. And now bring it down lower on this angle, kind of off to the side, and now you can get rid of these pieces. So just connect the shortest piece to the bottom, but don't cut too much off the bottom or you'll cut off your length. Okay, I'll try to explain it better the second time. Grab the front piece, but it's okay if you take some of the back so you can kind of have a guide on where to cut. Okay, so comb it all up and bring it out to the side, and then try to find your guide. So I can see my guide, which is the shortest piece, which is right here, and I'm gonna cut across to the longest piece here. So I'm just gonna point cut. Just like that. Now, don't drop that piece. Grab the rest of the hair from that section and now bring it out to the side. Just like that. Now, you should be able to see where the shortest piece is, and now connect that with the bottom. Try not to cut the bottom because that's your length. Okay, so now we're gonna work on the other side. So again, we're gonna make 2 vertical sections, starting from the top here, going down, and starting with the back again. So comb your hair up and to the side and try to find your guide. So there's mine, which is the shortest piece, and then you want to cut straight across to the longest piece. Now you should have layers on both sides. So what you can do is you can check on both sides to make sure that the pieces are even. Just take a piece there and then bring it to the front, and they should be even. If not, you can go back again and do the same thing and just see if your lines are even before moving on. Okay, so now we're going to move to the front sections. You can go ahead and unclip those sections. They're probably a bit dry by now, so you can go ahead and just re-wet it. Okay, so now we're going to create a second guide by using that original guide we created. So we're going to take a section down the middle. And bring it straight up. Here, I'll move back so you can see. Just bring it straight up, and that's the guide that was at the back, and we're going to cut it straight across to the front. So now we have a guide running along our parting. So we're going to start with one side first, and starting with the back section. So again, depending on how thick your hair is, you might have to take smaller sections, but I'm probably going to do this in 2. So I'm just going to take my first vertical section. You'll want to take a small piece from that back section to help with your guide. And we're going to do the same thing, just pull it off to the side like that. And try to find that guide we just made. So there it is right there. And you're going to cut across to the longest piece on an angle like that. And again, don't let go of that piece. You want to keep it in your hands and take the remaining section that, if you have any hairs that fell out. And this time, you're gonna pull it straight across find your guide, so that was the last piece we cut, and connect it with the bottom piece. Remember to avoid cutting the bottom so that you don't lose any length. Okay, and now take a piece of that back section and bring it into the front section. So when I'm at this front section, I like to comb the hair slightly back and not forward so I don't cut too much off my length. So again, bring it up to the side, find your guide, the shortest piece right here, and we're gonna cut it to the longest piece here, just on an angle. Don't drop it, and just grab the hair at the bottom that fell out, and then bring everything off to the side and connect this piece with the bottom piece. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the other side and just take a section from the back. What you want to do now is check your layers to make sure they're even. So just grab a piece from both sides, bring it forward, and just make sure that they line up. You're just checking to make sure the layers are even. And make sure to grab from the same part of the head on either side while you're doing this. So once you've checked to make sure your layers are all even, you can go ahead and style your hair. And there you go. Easy layers. I didn't cut mine too short, but they're there. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You can leave a comment if you want to let me know what you think.